Alright, so here's just a little bit of bonus Q&A. And this is the big boy, the 1983 Maico 490, my favorite year. What was the worst injury you sustained on a dirt bike, and what do you do for a living? Well, the worst injury was this. So yeah, I broke my ribs. And that's actually the worst, and it's the only injury I've ever gotten on a dirt bike, happened 2 years ago. And there's a video on it, so you can watch the full video. But yeah, right after that happened, one of the people who was there went off the side of the hill there and broke their wrist as well. So it wasn't a good ride for anybody that day. But yeah, it's the only time I've ever broken anything, gotten any injured at all. So, and what do I do for a living? I'm a principal engineer. So I do engineering work, but not like this. It's like software engineering and the interface between software and hardware, defining some of the interface definitions there, but as well as writing software. And I'm a director, so do a lot of different things there. Yeah, I've also got a number of patents. So that's what I do for a living. Happy New Year. Why don't you do track or fast track? Would be good to see you full send. Your bikes have the ability to do most stuff, put them through their pace, or are they putting you through your pace? I don't do track because it's kind of boring. My bikes they're not set up for it. And I don't like to do jumps. So that's I just like the trail ride. Kind of find it boring just going around in a circle. So, and I mean, now I get tired out. I mean, probably if I did track, I probably wouldn't be tired out because if I go on regular trails, I don't get tired out. I get tired out going through the stuff I go through though, the single track and stuff like that. Going over routes and everything just wears me down real fast. Used to never wear me out at all. Used to be able to do it all day long, but right now, I just get out of breath or get, and I mean, until recently, I never knew what arm pump actually was. I never got it. So, and I had it once recently, just because I'm more worn down, But I used to lift a lot of weights and everything, so I never used to get worn down at all. Now I can't even barely do 60 pounds in each arm when I used to be able to do like 110, in each arm doing dumbbell. So this is what I mean when I say the dumbbell flies. I used to be able to do 110. Actually, I've done 115 in each arm. This is 65 in each arm. And the dumbbell fly is actually harder than the bench press because I can bench press a lot more because 60, is only 120, and 110 is only 220. So I can bench press a lot more, but the dumbbell flies are much harder than the bench press. So, or not even the flies, but just the press, dumbbell press, I guess. But so this is 65 pounds, and I don't even think I can do it. That's how weak I've gotten. Or if I can do it, it'll be like one. It's not going to be like I used to be able to do, like a bunch of them. Yes, I can barely lift them up. I don't think I'm going to do them. Yeah, see, I can barely do them. Yeah, I used to be able to do a bunch of them. Like for 65, should be able to do at least 10 or 15. barely do them. I've lost a lot of strength over the past couple of years. You know, press or flies or whatever. But yeah, now it's like I lost a lot of energy and lost a lot of strength. So now, yeah, it's a little bit harder. What is your thoughts on the late 70s Maicos, and how come you never really speak of them? I like the late 70s Maicos. You know, I wanted a 76 Maico 440 at one time when I saw it. I never speak of them because I don't have any. I just have the 81. And since I really like this 83 and I like the newer engine, I've just focused on those again, the modern engines. So I grew up in the 80s, and so these are more the 80s style bikes. And they have the monoshock, you know, and the later ones are the water-cooled ones, you know, but I still like these air-cooled ones, you know. But I don't have any of those, and I don't really plan on getting those. The early 70s, the issue is a downpipe. I mean, you could have an uppipe made for them, but they're kind of low to the ground, and they're I mean, for the time, that's what you had to do, you know, enduro, but they're a little bit harder to go through the woods, you know, around here with being so low to the ground, and then having a downpipe, you'd smash it. And since I rode my 82 all the time, I did notice that the 82s and the older Maicos are a little bit more finicky. You really got to keep up on the maintenance on them. So, but the 83, been bulletproof. And now my newer bikes are bulletproof. Once I get them working right, you know, I mean, once I tune them and fix them up, I mean, they're bulletproof. I never have any issues with them. So they're just as reliable as any other bikes, park and go. But yeah, the older ones, they are finicky. You know, so that's one thing. The second thing is, again, the downpipes, you know, the less modern stuff on them. You know what I mean? Like they don't have disc brakes. They got the drum brakes, and the brakes on the Maicos I've not found to be very good for the most part. So that's kind of why I switched. That's why I just went to disc brakes. But if the drum brakes were working fairly well, then it wouldn't be an issue either. But that's kind of why I don't really do those older bikes. You know, plus they had metal tanks on them, and you know, they get dented up and stuff like that. So I just prefer to use the newer ones. In fact, my 81, I ordered a new tank for it. I'm probably gonna end up trying to fix it up a bit, get it working and everything, and maybe just bling it out. I'm not sure yet though. But unlikely I would end up trail riding it a lot. Probably just a little bit here and there to see how it does and stuff like that. Maybe I could use it for a track bike. I mean, that's what it's for. Well, actually I have the enduro version, so it's not, but well, maybe I would do something like that with it sometimes, see how track is, like a vintage track with no real jumps. You know, it's flat track. But again, I'm not really too excited about doing track. You know, one of the things about, you know, track and riding the track, besides that it's boring, is you have other people on there, and you know, they're all riding fast, they're getting close to you and everything. So it's not just you have to be careful of, but it's other people on the track, and you know, slam into you, ride you off the track. So it's just not that appealing to me. So lastly, we have always questions about frame numbers. So I'm going to pop up some frame numbers here, and then the links in the description. I'm going to link you to some places you can go to look up Maico frame numbers and see what Maico you have. There's the Maico registry database from the Maico group. Gary at South Cal Maico has a web page that has some of the numbers on it. I've got a web page with some of the M-Star numbers on it. So yeah, you can go to some of these pages here, and you can look up all the Maico frame numbers.